Hello, look at this. This is the comic book Tron. Um, the very first one made by Slave Labor Graphics. Uh, Done by Walker, Jones, and DeMartinis. Louis DeMartinis did the digital art. Jones and Walker did the writing. This is this is all the information you need, all the informations. And there's April 2006. Now they go over in this plot um, what exactly had happened between the movie. So you have Kevin Flynn, goes over Kevin Flynn's life, uh, Alan Bradley and his wife, Laura, not his girlfriend in the movie, in the first movie. Laura died in an accident involving the digitizing laser. So she's gone, and it's just Alan and Laura's son, Jet Bradley, who was the hero in the Xbox game 2.0, which is claimed to be not canon. But at least Slave Labor Graphics, at least they wrote about Tron Legacy Code. Oh, that's important. And then Jet escaped the digital world. So Jet is supposed to be the next generation of Kevin Flynn, the Jeff Bridges character. And unfortunately, it's Jeff, but the Kevin Flynn character has the son, and that's the canon in Tron Legacy. Now look at this art. This is really, look at the way they do this. Now I'm shining the spotlight to really highlight the lights and the darks, to make the darks more dark and the lights more light. I'm just using this little flashlight to do that. Here all the light would be evened out because they're in this kind of lit up world, the computer world. Um, and it's dealing with Kevin Flynn's return to the computer by being digitized. Of course, you remember, not Kevin Flynn, but Jet Bradley, because Kevin Flynn is kind of done with all that, right? Here he's in this, look at this. The art was really good. Louis DeMartinis really did a great job with this. You can see how, he's stuck in the world. Now we get to the father, and the father is the Alan Bradley, and he just wants his son to go to see a therapist. Now, but look at the way this is kind of lit up. It's really, I mean, see, I just take it away. If I add the full light on, it doesn't look as effective as if I just put one light toward it, and it really makes a big difference. Just the way you read it, just the way the art came out, the results. I just fell in love with the art. I was buying Ghostbusters at the time. That was made by 88 miles per hour, and I think it was done by Mike Young Productions, publishing, the same people who did He-Man. You could see the way the way the lights and the darks really work. So he wants him to go see a therapist. This was a 6-issue miniseries. Okay, you could see the effect of the green. So if I put more emphasis on that, it really has an effect. So he's talking to the therapist. He wants him to figure, solve all the problems, and how do you help him? Because his mother died. Because obviously we don't see the mother again in Legacy, right? Or Uprising. But before Uprising, before Legacy, there was this kind of a sequel that wasn't. That was the only thing that was thought out. I mean, it was canon for a while, but I mean, the writers really did a great job trying to bring that world to life. Most vivid nightmares. So something happens, okay? So his dad is shot, killed, dead. And it's hard to get this collected miniseries, the 6-issue series, because it's out of print. Look at the way this is shot. Like if I spot the light on it, yeah, it's great. But if you just put like one light source there, it looks even better. Just the greens, and it's like it changes color almost. Just the way it is. And most of the lights here, and then some parts here. You just look at that. If I just shine the light like this, it's amazing. Just the way the art was amazing. So there's this whole thing about Laura, that he thinks he sees Laura, and then he dies. But it's amazing. This art just found like the stands. So skipping ahead here, and these are guards at the facility. So it's all about the computer, the master computer, MCP or PCM. I forget what the damn name is. And calculating. This is Jet Bradley's, Jethro Bradley or Jet Bradley's, his records are being erased. This art is great. Fantastic stuff. But I stopped after 3 issues. You're going to see why right now. But this is amazing. And you could see just the way that the reds and blues come out. Just the way it comes out. It's really pretty. This was like, you know, it wasn't going to last long. It's April 2006. I have some more issues. Let's see. We're going through this really quick. But all of this, and even when he gets digitized, and then it goes right into the system. Right into the bowl. And there he goes. You just like, it's like the light helps you tell a story. And then there's this beautiful woman. We don't see her for very long. On your feet, conscripts. This is pretty stuff. And then we've got a fight. We've got a war to fight, and you can see all this. All this is amazing stuff. Look at that. Some lighting here is amazing. Let me show you issue 2, if you're not bored. You know, issue 2. You can see the that light is going to really hit Jet there, the conscript. Look at that. It's like this one spotlight brings it to life. But yeah, the same people, Walker Jones and Day Martinez. And we get a little bit more insight as to what's happening. So is he in the digital world or what's happening here? And this poor woman, I mean, she doesn't make it. Ah, boom. So she dies right away, and that's fucked up. And so it's kind of like clumsy writing, right? Because they showed her to be important, and then she just dies. And then here we got some fighter ships. Looks like the ship from Picard, doesn't it? That looks like the ship from Star Trek Picard. What's original anymore? Things happening. Looks like X-Wing starfighters and shit. So the art, I thought the art in the first one was better because it showed you all kinds of stuff in multicolors. And then here you see him, he's like, ah, something's happening. Tack, tack, tack. Yep. So I like the world of Tron a little bit like this. The art was just amazing stuff. Let me show more. Now something has happened between issue 2 and issue 3, and I'll explain a bit. But here we can see victory. This is a victory against the other guys. So you can see the lighting here is really good. I'm just showing it in this way because I really want to show it this way. Because the art is just a certain way. And you could see the blues, the intensity of the way the world of Tron is, the world, the digital world. As far as the story itself, it doesn't have a whole lot of substance in that Jet is in one reality. His father's dead, so it seems, and then he's either in a digital world or he's in another world. And it's kind of confusing, right? But he's talking to different people. It's better when you show a little less light because there's not a whole light on this character right here. Just enough to see them. Talking. See, the blacks are enhanced and the lighting is enhanced. The way this art comes out is really something. It's really something. Boom. And that's the disc. We all know the Tron disc. The discs of Tron. I don't know. I don't think that game has ever been re-released on the Switch. Here's the giant, forget these fuckers. I don't know what they are. But so Jet has done. So Jet was supposed to be the next generation. As far as the X, so there's two timelines. There's the official Disney timeline and the Xbox timeline, or Game Boy Advance. Look at that. It's like it moves on its own. Ah! Yeah. Amazing art. And then you go this way. Give him a higher dose. Jet, you are in danger. And look at this. Look at this. Look at the way the darks and the lights merge. That's what I got inspired to do this for Superman Legacy, to make, you know, in this cyberpunk world, you'd have like a lot of extreme lights and darks. It's over here, but there's more lighting over here. It's just the world of the digital world comes to life like this. There's more characterization. So he's about to get punished or incarcerated, quarantine, but Fate has other ideas, of course, because this is a 6-issue miniseries. And you can see here, so the lighting goes out, goes out, goes out, and there, that is a new character, Mercury. I think she's from the first game, or the Xbox game. Really different colors. So they emphasized a lot of black, I think. And they did this before Uprising and Legacy. In the original Tron, everybody wore white and blue except when they lit up. So what happened was he had a supervisor or superintendent, and that program got rewritten as his program. So he became his own boss, I guess you could say. And there is the light up disc. Who am I? Well, in for a penny, in for a pound. None of this is real. None of this is real. And there is, so let me see. Did I skip something here? Oh, wait, I did skip something. So in this, yeah, so he's going through the various nightmares and what's happening and his father and all that, getting zapped. But there he is in the center. It's like, Jet, listen to me. You have to trust me. So none of this is real. And let's take a look at the plagued with nightmarish visions, burdened with the responsibility of command and worried over the fate of his father, Jet Bradley continues his descent into cyberspace. The struggle between red and blue escalates into the forces now under Jet's control, prepared to strike against the stronghold of the MCP. But will Jet be able to lead the free systems to victory as his memories of reality crumble around him? With Neutron pixel manipulators Michael Shoyket and Joe Welch-Jens. Now you think, oh, this is going to be good. Next issue, I'm sure this says, this one was also April 2006, so I'm sure May 2006 will be a better issue, right? Well, let's see that. Issue 3, and my last issue, because I said, fuck this. You'll see why. Okay, so this is, it says Michael Show. Now, what does it say here? January 2007. So there was a big old wait. Now, during this time, there were problems even with comic book. I don't know if there was a strike or what there was, because I didn't get Ultimates 2 on time. I had to wait a year or two to get Ultimates 13, 12, 13. It was a lot of wait. So Eleanor Lawson, Walker and Jones are still there, right? But they changed the artists, and they don't even have the same artists. Now look at that art. Now that art's, now you say, well, that art's all right, but it's not the art that I was like, what the fuck? What is this shit, right? But this is like art you expect from other comic books, or not even like, so this is like, okay, experiencing memories. So that's pretty much what this is right now. What you're seeing is this is the exact type of art you'd see in the Disney comics from Marvel, right? The Marvel comics have the same kind of art too. I mean, the same coloring and all that. You could just tell what a disappointment this was. I mean, You see this is cool, but then it's like, this is not exactly right, because the art we saw in the first two issues were fantastic. And had they continued the same artist, I don't know. Um, it's difficult to say what happened here. And you could see, oh, look at that. Look at that. I mean, it's good, but it wasn't the art that we started out with. You baited and switched us. What the fuck happened here? So all this, it's not the same art. It's not the same art. It's not even trying to be the same art anymore. I mean, yeah, you can understand the realities, that he's in two realities. And it's just, that's stupid. It's ridiculous. This is the cliffhanger for this issue. And there's a lovely lady here wearing Tron. And these were the other issues that, this is Haunted Mansion from Disney. They did some Disney stuff. So Wonderland is something else, Gargoyles, and Tron. Now I'll show you some other stuff right now. I guess I can do that because why the fuck can't I? Now what you're seeing here, what you're about to see, oh my God. So this is issue 4. This is parts of issue 4. Same kind of art that we saw in 3. There's this one, this one, this one. I mean, the art's good. I mean, if you follow it as a story, I just don't know what's happening here. I was just thinking to myself, so there she is, and there's the rabbit. I don't know what the fuck is going on here. It's like the writing went all over the place. It went a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right. They teased the hot female that he runs upon, but she gets killed instantly in the second issue. So I feel like the writing went nowhere. There's look at this. It doesn't look as good as when we started out, right? Look at all that. More. There's issue 5. Here's some of issue 5. I don't know what this is. It's all true. Everything Clarence said, it was all true. Awake at last. Good for you. Made a strong stuff you are. You killed my father. Did I? Oh, at least you can get the story here. I guess the rabbit wasn't lying. This world, I don't know what's happening here. It's the climax. But the art is not good. I mean, it all fits together so nicely. Me, the evil mastermind, manipulating you. I don't know what this is. What is this? My wife died. Whatever you are, you're not her. Oh, so he meets the fake wife. So it seems to me that he's not really dead, because anything can be manipulated, I guess, in the... I have no idea. That's 5. Let me see 6. Well, there's issue 6. A whole world. That looks a little lazy, if I might say, for the final issue. This is the program lying to the father, because Laura is actually dead, at least in this non-canon art. Now this is the, I'm not sure exactly what happened. I guess you can figure it out. Mr. Butterchips. This is the stuff they do now. No really big IPs. I guess, I don't know what this is, if they have something to do with this or not. Invader Zim. So that's what they're doing. They went really low budget. I don't know if it's money, if it was time, if it was creative differences. If anybody from SLG wants to talk to me, Louis DeMartinis, if you're out there, if you want to talk about this, because the only thing that makes this important is that this is the first Tron comic book series ever. I mean, ever. There was nothing. I assumed there might have been something in the past, but there never was. SLG was the first to do this. And so the comic books, at least the first couple, are worth some money. Hard to say what happened. I guess you could say maybe I'm a bit shallow because the art that we saw in the beginning wasn't the art that we got at the end. But I would say to you that something really went wrong. Had they continued on with 3, 4, 5, and 6 like the art that they did, I would have kept on buying those comic books. But I stopped at 3. And just because the lateness of those issues, 1 year, you had to wait almost an entire year. So obviously they didn't come out in April. They came out in January, right? So you subtract about 3 months from that, right? From January, let's see, April, subtract January. So October of 2006. Is that right? No, October. Yeah, October? Yeah, that was, oh God, that was almost an entire year. So if you waited from January to October, that was a long time. I guess you could have the Tron fanatics argue which is better, the 2.0 timeline or the legacy timeline. But I did like the comic book, and I'm still partial to it. Um, all these series, all long ago. And do you have anything obscure that you've kept for a long time that you don't have anymore? You nobody else bought? There it is, the Tron. I should get the video game sometime. I know I have it on my Xbox, but my Xbox 360, but maybe on the go. And now let's enter the cyber world of whatever the fuck this is. All right, see you.